Sleep medication does not fix insomnia, and most doctors know it. For some people, it feels impossible to quit. If sleep medication is working, but nothing is really changing, this video is something to chew on. First, let's be clear about something. Medication has its place. Severe depression, acute crisis, psychosis, in those situations, it can be essential, and I prescribe it many times. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the millions of people taking sleep medication month after month and still not sleeping properly. That's a different problem, and it needs a different solution. Here's what most people are never told. Sleep medication treats the symptom, not the mechanism. Think about it this way. If your ceiling is leaking, you can put a bucket under it every night. The bucket works, you stay dry, but the leak is still there. Sleep medication is the bucket. It may help you fall asleep, but it does nothing about why you can't sleep. The underlying problem keeps going. Sometimes it gets worse. Here's the part almost nobody talks about. Many people are told this medication is not addictive, but that can be misleading because there are actually three different things happening. Chemical dependence, the kind associated with alcohol and opioids. For most sleep medication, that's not the main issue. Behavioral dependence, where the ritual itself starts to feel necessary to fall asleep. And conditioned arousal, which is where it gets interesting. Think about what happens over time. You can't sleep, you take the pill. You sleep, your brain notices. And slowly, without you realizing it, your brain starts to believe that sleep is only possible with the pill. Not because of chemistry, because of the pattern. Every night you take it, you reinforce that belief. And this is where the trap begins. You skip the pill. Now you're watching the clock, heart rate higher, mind more alert. And suddenly your brain has learned something. No pill, no sleep. Your brain interprets the absence of the pill as a threat. And the hyper-alert brain cannot enter deep sleep. This is called conditioned arousal. Your nervous system has learned to associate bedtime without medication with danger. This is not weakness. This is just how learning works. So when you try to stop, the anxiety kicks in. The sleep gets worse before it gets better. And most people go back to the medication. Not because they're weak, because nobody told them what was happening and what to do instead. And this is the part that shocked me when I first learned it. The most effective insomnia treatment often involves spending less time in bed. It's called CBT-i, Cognitive Behavioural Therapy for Insomnia. CBT-i has been studied for decades and repeatedly outperforms medication. Unlike medication, it targets the mechanism, not just the symptom. Targeting the ceiling, not just trying to be the bucket. It works through three components. Sleep restriction, which sounds counterintuitive, but is the single most effective tool for rebuilding sleep drive. Stimulus control, which retrains your brain to associate bed with sleep instead of wakefulness and anxiety. And cognitive work, which addresses the thoughts and beliefs that keeps your nervous system activated at night. Together, they don't just help you sleep, they change your relationship with sleep permanently. In the next videos, I break down exactly how each of these works and how to use them. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. One of the most overlooked sleep saboteurs is evening light. Screen light in the hours before bed suppresses melatonin and shifts your body clock later, making it harder to fall asleep and harder to wake up. Blue light blocking glasses are not magic, but reducing bright blue enriched light at night helps many people shift their melatonin timing earlier. I use the glasses from Filter Optics. Link is in the description for 15% off. I've also put together a free sleep guide, the same document I give my patients. Sleep hygiene, the CBT-i framework, and what the evidence actually says. Link is in the description. I'm Simon, a psychiatrist looking at mental health from an angle most doctors never consider. This is the first in a series on sleep, the science, the treatment, and what actually works. Subscribe to follow along. See you in the next one.